Nestled in the majestic hills of Normal, Alabama, adjacent to the rocket city of Huntsville, ladies and gentlemen, we have Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. It's on the Hill Live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Ty.
A.D. Bryant.
It's that time.
It is that time.
So it's that time. What do we have? Football?
We have football, the band, and of course, tailgating. Football season is in full swing.
It is in full swing. We have tailgate. So, you know, tailgating is what we do, right? Yeah. It is what we do. And we're so excited to be back on the Hill. And not only that, we're excited to have our first guest. You know, he's been on the Hill for quite some time. And he will talk more about just how long he's been on the Hill. But today, we're anointed today. So we have our pastor of Alabama A&M athletics for sure. We have Pastor Troy Garner. Welcome, Pastor.
Honored to be here.
No, it's an honor to have you. You know, we have, since I've been here, you were on the search committee when I arrived, and I appreciate that you choosing me. But I do want to say one thing today. It's funny because, so we're on the Hill Live today, but we replaced you for this segment. And so I'll say I'm sorry because we don't want to mess with somebody at a cloth. But again, welcome. So Pastor, talk to us a little bit about just how long you've been associated with the Hill.
25 years.
25 years. Oh, in those 25 years, I'm sure you have seen a lot. So tell us just how you got involved with athletics particular.
I was a member of the First Missionary Baptist Church at that time. Coach Ron Cooper was the head coach. He asked Pastor Scruggs to be the team chaplain. Yeah. Pastor Scruggs is not athletically inclined. So, providential of God, Pastor Scruggs asked me to do it, and it's been like a kid in the candy store ever since.
Wow. So that was 25 years ago. Now, Ty, 25 years?
I was 2 years old. 2 years old, but your involvement, I'm sure you've impacted so many lives of our student athletes. In what ways have they impacted you?
Oh man, just relationships. In fact, that's the vision of our church, to make an impact in Madison and in Huntsville. And those kids have made an impact on me, and I've made an impact on them. It's been phenomenal.
So you said the impact. So I know for a fact you have made a tremendous impact on just some of the mental health parts of our student athletes. So when we come and talk to you, or when our student athletes come and talk to you, what are some of the issues that you think, that you see when you're talking to them?
A lot of them are away from home for the first time. A lot of them, time management, temptations. So we deal with all of those issues, even grieving, because a lot of them experience a death in family while they're here, study, learning how to manage time. It's just been a myriad of things that we have to counsel them with.
Okay, so we have 15 sports. Now, do you touch them all?
I do.
You do? So every sport. So during football season, do you travel?
I do.
Okay, what is that traveling like and being able to spread the word?
Yes. We leave on Fridays. We have chapel services on Friday nights, and I'll either drive or I either ride the bus, or now we're flying.
Yes.
Yeah. But Coach Maynard and all the other coaches have always had time on the itinerary for us to have chapel service, and I really admire that and appreciate that. So we carve out time for us to have a chapel service, and we deal with the mental health, we deal with the spiritual leadership, all of those type of myriad of things in the lessons.
Okay.
Every Friday night at 6:30, we
6:30.
whether home or away, we have chapel service.
Love it.
Yes. It seems like the younger generation is trying to get to know God and grow in God. How does it make you feel for the younger generation to seek God in droves like this?
Man, I absolutely love it. The hunger and the passion for the Word of God, the love of God, the worship, you can see it, it's evident. I absolutely love it. And iron sharpens iron, so as they are craving God, it causes me to crave God even more.
that's amazing. And being a PK kid, a preacher's kid, both of my parents, my dad and my mom, and so I understand the dynamic of getting that spiritual part. But how does it truly affect a student athlete when they're concentrating on getting their books, they're concentrating on how they perform, but what about that spiritual part that really makes it good for them to seek?
Yeah, well, last night the lesson was on prayer, and I told them that I want to teach them some tools that they can use when they get married, in their career. So last night we taught about prayer, and that too will help them. I told them, don't ever go to war without your tool. Don't ever go to war without prayer. And tonight, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see us praying for victory.
Yes, yes, sir. We need that. We need that. Definitely be praying for that. I tell you, we certainly need the prayer. So that's one of the tools that we use daily and often. So thank you for that.
I've always heard that prayer translates into power. So we definitely do need that. Pastor Troy, you travel with the team. I'm sure you have different events like Bible study at your church. So you're on the road and then you do a service. You're filling everyone else's cup. How is yours filled? How do you maintain your own mental health and all of those things?
I swim every day, 30 laps, and I run 2.5 miles every day.
All right. So you healthy. What do you be working out?
Yeah. Yes. So you know what? It's funny because I see your post of your swimming, and I told you I think I want to join you one time. Mm-hmm. It's just the pool can't be over 6 feet deep. That's the only thing I can do is run in the pool. But I see you really pushing yourself. And that's what I enjoy the most about what you do for our student athletes. Oh. So with our coaches, do you have the opportunity to really engage with them? I know you do a lot with student athletes, but do you engage with them?
Yes, I have a personal relationship with all of the coaches, and I really love that as well. On Mondays, I minister to the football coaches via text, but during the chapel service, they come and I get a chance to minister to them as well, even basketball coaches.
Really? That's great. So do you get a chance to visit with bowling?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I tell you, we're enjoying our conversation with Pastor Troy. We are going to, on the next segment, Pastor Troy is going to come back and he's going to talk to us about the Dominican trip. Pastor Troy traveled with our men's basketball team to the Dominican Republic, and they went over not just to play, but it was part of a mission. And they have went and played, they've done their mission, and Pastor Troy is going to expound on some of the activities that they had in the Dominican Republic. So when we return,
Here on the Hill, as we affectionately know it, our motto is service is sovereignty. What began with 2 teachers, 61 students, and $1,000 150 years later has transitioned into the largest HBCU in the state of Alabama. With unwavering faith and a relentless pursuit of excellence, I am forever indebted to my beloved institution, Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. Long live thy fame.
Hey y'all, I've always had my sights set on attending an HBCU. Choosing the right school wasn't easy at first, but I quickly realized that Alabama A&M was the ideal fit for me. The location, academic programs, scholarship opportunities, and vibrant culture all played a significant role in my decision. I've learned how to navigate through life and apply my skills in different ways. I feel so prepared and undefeated in all aspects. I wouldn't trade my experience here for the world.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. In 2025, Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University will celebrate 150 years. As we approach this sesquicentennial milestone, our time has come. As a moment when our campus is growing, enrollment enrollment is surging, and research and academic programs are reaching new heights. The world is seeking the kind of diverse, driven, talented leaders who has always defined Alabama A&M. It's our time to celebrate our rich heritage and reimagine a bold future for Alabama A&M. It's our time to step forward and embrace a pivotal role in the future of our city, our state, and our nation. Together, we will light the way forward and spark new possibilities by elevating and energizing a growing destination campus, equipping our researchers, faculty, and professionals of the future with the latest in STEM tools and technology, and empowering scholars ready to lead and serve on a new scale. And it all starts with your support. The next chapter is ours to write. And as we prepare for 2025, you can get involved now. And I ask each of you to answer the call of this institution where service is sovereignty by helping us light the way for the celebration of 150 years of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. Go Bulldogs.
Welcome back. Welcome back to On the Hill Live. And we still have our special guest, Pastor Troy Garner. And Pastor, before we talk about the Dominican, as we originally stated, you're part of the 150th anniversary campaign committee. And so talk about how impactful that will be as we approach our 150th year.
President Williams is doing a phenomenal job of leading our university to the next level. And during this campaign, we're going to see just how visionary he is. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And I want to challenge all the other former student athletes to make sure that they give back to this capital stewardship campaign. It's going to be great.
You know what? I think that is critical, talking about giving back. Right? We want all of our alums to look, and we want you to feel proud of our institution. And in doing so, you gave back. We gave back. We really gave to our mission trip. Mm-hmm. And we talk about that Dominican Republic trip. So you went with the men's basketball program. So talk about how that went, how it started, just how they, Coach Otis Hughley, I know he wanted to do a foreign trip, but just speak about that a little bit.
Coach, he was very persistent in going on this trip. Year one, we couldn't go, but year two, we got the funds to go. I always say, when God gives you a vision, he'll also give you provision. So we got the provisions to go, and it was a life-transforming trip, life-changing trip. It was absolutely phenomenal. We got a chance. It was more work than play. We got a chance to go to some orphanages, boys' orphanage, a girls' orphanage. The student athletes got a chance to go and engage with those kids. And we left T-shirts, and they was wearing those T-shirts. And just to see them interacting with the student athletes, it was phenomenal. Kids was happy. It really brought tears to your eyes. They went up and reached out and hugged us. It was great. We went to villages. Yes. We took groceries to the villages. I got a chance to preach as well. Wow. And in fact, before every game, they wanted me to preach before every game. Even at halftime, we had to preach the gospel. Wow. We had a translator there. Again, it was just absolutely transforming. It was really more of a retreat, a spiritual retreat. Every day, we had Bible study at night. I think 10 days, I did 9 lessons. Wow. Coach Cal did a prayer breakfast every morning. At the end, we had 7 of the student athletes to give their life to Christ, to get baptized.
That's awesome.
It was just phenomenal.
That's great.
Eventually, one day, statistics are going to be forgotten about. Those kind of things are going to fade away. How important is it for them to get involved in the community and give people a feeling that they'll be left with forever?
Yeah, and I think that trip did that for them. I think it sparked more interest of getting involved, getting engaged into the community, and also pouring back into the younger generation.
There will be times where these athletes look back on this and look back on the opportunities that they got, some that they might not have ever had. How transformative do you think it was for them to go to the Dominican Republic, see all of these things, and then have involvement with those children?
Yeah, because it caused you to see just how blessed you are. A lot of times we take for granted the little things, water, cold water, hot water, air conditioner. It was humid over there, and to not have any air conditioners, again, just the little things. I think it sparked us to see just how blessed we are, and you want to give back just knowing just how blessed we are.
Now, coming back from the Dominican, there are several things that I know you are imparting on other teams, that some of the lessons that you learned. But basketball was the reason initially why we went. Then it became a mission. And over there, were there any potential student athletes, did you see?
No. we played against pros.
Is that right?
Yeah, every
Okay.
team we played against pros.
Okay.
So, yes.
So,
yes.
and I know I believe we went 2-2.
Yes, and really should have been 3-1.
Okay.
One of the games, we had one of the players to foul out. He wasn't even in the game, so we had that ref factor, the home court advantage.
That home court, yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's playing over in Dominican or anywhere. If the officials say it's a foul, we're gonna call it a foul and come on back home. But you know, I've been impressed with how you've carried yourself on the team. I see you out there shooting baskets, and that is something that you look forward to. You catch a lot of the punts and kicks, and just why do you get so involed?
I'm an athlete as well. Coach Maynard thinks he's the best athlete.
Yeah, he does.
He just
He
don't
does.
know I'm the best athlete. But I love it. It's a passion of mine.
So are there any other sports that you just love to be involved in?
Baseball.
Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know that there's a special person that is the head of the household, I say. Talk about who that is.
Lady Kim.
Lady Kim. And she's the first lady of the church?
Yeah, and she's a former Miss Alabama A&M.
Is that? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Wow.
you outkicked your coverage.
God bless.
Yes, Pastor, you have a family of your own, and you are so deeply involved with the Alabama A&M family. How do you strike the right balance?
I incorporate my family with Alabama A&M. Lady Kim is allowed to travel with me, and it has enhanced our marriage because when we go on trips, Lady Kim is right there, so I don't miss a beat. And oft times, Tori get a chance to go with me as well.
Well, I tell you, I see them. I know we love when we travel, but being at home, talk about your church, okay? Mm-hmm. Your church has moved, and then you have a couple of places. So can you share where they are and when they actually, when you started? I know you probably started with 10 people in the church and then it's grown. So talk about your congregation.
2003, God allowed me to plant the Fellowship of Faith. We started with 3 people, myself, my dad, and my wife. We started at the Woodland Hills Church on Sparkman Drive. We outgrew it. We acquired a church off of Oakwood Avenue. We outgrew it, and we acquired a church on the Parkway, and we are still growing. And then 5 years later, we started a church in Madison. So now we have 1 church, 2 campuses.
Oh, wow. So I know that you have partnered with us to allow us to park in your parking lot on game days. And with the Parkway construction, I know that there's some issues, but I truly have to say, I thank you. I thank you for everything that you have done, continue to do for Alabama A&M. You have been a sponsor, you have donated, you have really been that beacon for us in athletics. And I personally want to say I appreciate it, and thank you for all you do for Alabama A&M athletics. And again, thank you for being on the show. And after the show, we're going to come back, or after this segment, we're going to come back and talk about what's happening in athletics.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. In 2025, Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University will celebrate 150 years. As we approach this sesquicentennial milestone, our time has come. As a moment when our campus is growing, enrollment is surging, and research and academic programs are reaching new heights. The world is seeking the kind of diverse, driven, talented leaders who has always defined Alabama A&M. It's our time to celebrate our rich heritage and reimagine a bold future for Alabama A&M. It's our time to step forward and embrace a pivotal role in the future of our city, our state, and our nation. Together, we will light the way forward and spark new possibilities by elevating and energizing a growing destination campus, equipping our researchers, faculty, and professionals of the future with the latest in STEM tools and technology, and empowering scholars ready to lead and serve on a new scale. And it all starts with your support. The next chapter is ours to write. And as we prepare for 2025, you can get involved now. And I ask each of you to answer the call of this institution where service is sovereignty by helping us light the way for the celebration of 150 years of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. Go Bulldogs.
Now, your Weather Rate certified most accurate forecast. Fox 54 weather.
Some rain in the forecast for this Saturday for some Alabama A&M football. 6 o'clock, mid-70s. We'll keep rain in the forecast pretty much throughout the entirety of the game. Not going to be a washout, but probably will be dodging some raindrops at some point. We'll eventually find ourselves back into the lower 70s by 9 o'clock. Rain chances going to start to diminish heading out through the next 7 days. We'll see about a 50% heading into the early part of next week, 20% Tuesday, and then it looks like we'll start to dry out heading into next weekend. So 7-day forecast going to keep temperatures in the 70s for your Saturday afternoon, gradually warming into the mid-80s by Wednesday. We'll stay warm by next Thursday, partly cloudy sky, and this time next week we'll be seeing temperatures back in the low 80s. Now back to On the Hill Live.
Welcome back to On the Hill Live. Again, I am Dr. Paul A. Bryant, the athletic director, and this is my co-host, Ty Floyd. So, listen, we have a big day. Yes. We play Georgetown, Kentucky.
Yes.
They, they're an NAIA program, but they're coming in here. They're a pretty solid team. So today is about belts, boots, and buckles, and something like that. So yes, what is it about?
Today's theme is boots and buckles.
Boots and buckles.
I'm extremely excited about this one. Our woman in marketing, Ms. Krista Williams, she does an amazing job. I have gone out and gotten everything that I needed for this game.
Boots?
Boots and buckles.
Wow. So you know what? I do have a nice cowboy hat, but and that's about all I have. But I think I need to go and get some boots and at least get me a buckle.
Yeah, a nice belt.
But I have to say this: yesterday, our soccer team played South Carolina State. Mm-hmm. We beat that other. We were the best Bulldog. They're Bulldogs too. So we had a little Bulldog Cup. And we won that game 3-2. But I want to know more about what you do with the athletes.
Yes, of course. I work alongside the football team primarily. And going into today's game, we have some great people on both sides of the ball. Last week we had Carson Vincent,
yes,
Shrine Bowl watch list,
yes,
Reese's Bowls watch list, but we also have guys like Quad Brown who can really spin the ball. He's a dual threat quarterback, so he also has legs, Dr. Bryant.
You mean Quad can run?
He can run.
You know what? I know he's a solid student athlete.
Yes. Solid, very stellar. And then he's accompanied by guys like Duke Miller, Keno, who is on either side of the ball. Yeah. Then we have our backfield that includes interchangeable running backs in Ryan Morrow and Donovan Eaglin.
So I think, and I guess I'm biased, that we have a great core group.
Yes.
And then to be successful, though, you have to have a solid backup, and I believe we actually have a solid backup as well. So, and at every position. So I think this is one of our most complete teams. And but I seen you do. We're talking about boots and buckles for a game, which is a country and western type atmosphere for us today. You did a segment riding a horse.
Yeah.
So, how was that?
Oh, I was terrified, but you wouldn't be able to tell with with how I was able to keep my composure. But yes, we went with Jamorion Ellis, also known as JT, and he took us to two farms that he works at. He showed us all of the animals. We were able to feed them. He taught me how to mount the horse and ride it, and it was great.
So we have a student athlete that is proficient in working with horses and different animals?
Yes, and the great thing about our student athletes is that a lot of them have a duality in the things that they do and what they're able to bring to the table. And you know, they say start here, go anywhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see him doing some big things in agriculture along with animals as well.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know just this weekend we have at the Agribition Center, we have the rodeo going on right now. So that kind of falls in line with the things that we have at the game. But, you know, and I'm going to just say this now, and instead of waiting till late, you won't be able to see it if you're not there. So we need you there. You need to be out at the stadium. Rain, sleet, snow, sunshine. We need you to be there. And so there's one thing I want to know about your show. You pick locker rooms, you pick horses. How do you come up with those themes?
Yes, the point of the show is to make sure that we show who these student athletes are out of their uniforms, out of their helmets. We want you to be able to get to know the person, because at one point in time, you won't catch any more balls, you won't dribble any more balls, kick any more balls, you'll just be that person. So giving our Bulldog Nation, our Bulldog family, an opportunity to see the people that they cheer on in their respective sports is the true goal.
Awesome. So we have some game day information at the Lewis Cruz. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. here at there at the Lewis Cruz Stadium. If you still need tickets for the Lewis Cruz Classic, today's game tickets can be purchased at AAMUsports.com. And you can get them at Elmore Center or the Event Center. And you can reserve your parking spot under Clutch. Ty?
Yes, and don't forget that our Lewis Cruz Stadium has a clear bag policy. That information can be found on AAMUsports.com. Make sure to stay connected with us on all of our social media platforms, on Instagram, AAMU Athletics, and just search for AAMU Athletics on YouTube as well.
You know, again, it was a great show. We want to thank Pastor Troy Garner for being here, and thanks everyone. Thank Dapper Dude. We want to thank Bo's Best Wings. So, and we want to thank you. And as always, go Bulldogs. See you next time.
Bulldog fans, catch the Alabama A&M Football Review Show with head coach Connell Maynor, Sunday at 11 on Fox 54. The Kalen DeVore Show, Sundays at 10:30 on Fox 54.